Yo, what up? Jeffrey, French Toast here back again. Day 3 of the E3 week. Day 2 of show floor access. Waking up 7:30, trying to get there by 9. Fucking Uber Express says I'm gonna get there 9:40 because there's mad traffic. I got a podcast with Harold at 10 and then 10:45. Destiny 2, fucking yeah. I was talking to some dudes who were playing it yesterday. They seem to be enjoying it. Destiny fans seem to be enjoying D2, what they're showing off Gambit, and that's exciting. That's good to hear. You know, it's positive news. I think we're gonna play that game Contact, the new Quantum Break game on Thursday. That looks cool. What up? Another update. Just did the podcast with Harold. I think it went well. We went to this quiet room. Then on the way out to Destiny appointment, saw Tim Geddes, legend of Kind of Funny, and then Daniel Dwyer, Andy Cortez, and Nick Scarpino just chatting in a circle about video games. Cool guys all around. I'm fucking out of breath, man. I'm dying. What up? Jeffrey Miz back for another segment of Day 3's video. I know I've been pretty sparse. So, recapping what I got to play today. Trials, what's Frenzy, I think was the new name. I want to keep calling it Fusion, but that's the last one I know. So, new Trials game. Plays like Trials, got to play that for a second. Megaman 11, got to play that for a second till they kicked me off because WWE's showing up, I don't know. I mean, I actually snuck onto that seat because I just saw no one sitting there and I just snagged on. Played about 5 minutes of that. Feels very tight, I really like the art style. I then, of course, got to play Destiny Gambit, Destiny's first Forsaken mission, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer. You could find those all in separate videos, linked here on the sidebar or just on the PS Best Friends channel. I also got to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is more Tomb Raider, honestly. I mean, not to say that's negative, but not really positive for me in the sense that I still am in the middle of Rise of the Tomb Raider and really don't have any desire to go back and beat it. I don't know. There's something. Honestly, I mean, in the Shadow of the Tomb Raider demo, there was this puzzle that felt like it was straight out of the first Tomb Raider, the 2013 one. It was like lowering chandeliers to climb things, to climb to a higher area. It honestly didn't look better than Rise of the Tomb Raider. I mean, maybe that's because, you know, it's still in development and shit. But, I mean, it looks cool. Coming out September, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I also got to play Gearbox's Project 1v1. I kept asking the people there who the fuck is developing this game. They kept saying Gearbox. I'm like, I know, but a separate Gearbox team? Are these the fuckers who did Borderlands? Is Randy Pitchford Hand developing this? And I really didn't get an answer. But that's a cool game. Very rough around the edges, very early, very pre-alpha. But it has a lot, like my reticle was a square for some reason, like a white square. That didn't look on purpose. A lot of cool concepts though. So pretty much it's an arena shooter and it's based on this card system, but they really don't know how the whole card economy works. So they're just like giving cards. So it's pretty much just classes and some characters have special abilities. I imagine when they finish developing it, I'll be able to tell you more about it. The feel actually feels really good. You know, moving around with WASD feels tight. It doesn't feel like a sluggish shooter at all. The rocket launcher and shotgun, which is my combo, feel amazing. I was ripping up, destroying these other players. You could pick up more card pickups, but once again, I mean, it didn't really seem finished and like the idea was thought out yet. But I mean, it's cool for what it is. And then I also got to play Operation Firewall or Project Firewall's 0 Hour or something, the PS VR with the aim controller game. It's a 4v4 multiplayer tactical game. The aim control wasn't really that one-to-one. Sometimes when I put it up to my face, kind of like what was happening in Farpoint when I used the DualShock to aim, it would kind of like spaz out and like wig out and like start floating to the right or something. But the idea is really cool. It didn't get me nauseous at all. The aim control is built very well, funny enough. You know, Miguel and Anthony, we've all been talking about picking that up. And I think actually in a single player game, you know, finished game with updates, I think in Farpoint, the aim controller actually might be worth trying out. Just build-wise, I really like the feel of it, but I mean, maybe this is a sign, but whatever. For Project Firewall, I wanted to recalibrate. I kept wanting to hold down option, but that wasn't a thing, and he's like, yeah, that feature's not in yet. Like, all right, whatever. But that's how you have it. E3 is still happening. Gamers everywhere. Not much over here, though, but you know how it is. Keep it real, eat fancy.
Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb?
Just got out of Anthem from Nvidia's booth, was playing on two Titan 1080i's or something, whatever. Two of them, I don't know how the fuck, you know, two graphics cards. Anthem was awesome. Takes a second to get used to the traversal and the flying and all how that works. Pretty much it's R3 to hover, L3 to go into jetpack mode and like fly around. The behind closed doors, it was very interesting. So I go into this room with two like back facing each other desktops and a TV and a couch. and it was a 4-person squad, me and this other dude from GameSpot, actually. I didn't quite get his name. We were on a team while 2 other representatives were playing on our squad, and then one dude was watching over our backs, just talking, and we were all in the same Discord, like voice chat. So they were talking us through the demo. It seems like they're doing these hands-off demos everywhere because, I don't know, maybe the game's not ready. They were very specific about when I could pick up the controller and, you know, what buttons I could press. Like, I'm like, oh, can I go into the menu? He's like, no, we don't have that set up yet. You know, the game's coming out in February, right? February 22nd. You think they'd have more hands-on stuff and be more confident of that. But honestly, it feels great. Seems like it's gonna be a fun shooter to play. Seems like it's a fun looter shooter. I was just picking up like these purple engrams on the, they were called something else. I was just picking this shit up just cause, like, you know, I love doing that, and it has a lot of that. I wish I could have seen what the gear screen looked like to see like, oh, would I like upgrading and stuff? But I mean, it played very well. Pretty much it is what it looks like. It's not like smoke and mirrors. It plays super well, and it seems like it's gonna be a really fun game to play. I guess really the only hesitation you could have is like, are they gonna support this? The story was none. There was like pretty much no net. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. They set you up. It's pretty much a strike. I was called the Stronghold, but I just went on a strike. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, holy shit. Yo, shout out to Xbox. This is where it is. I found it. And that's a wrap for day 3. Fuck. Now on Party Street. Just came back from Howard's party. Was at a bowling alley. It's pretty cool, actually. All the games I played today were lit. Destiny, Call of Duty, all lit. You know, you can get those impressions on our YouTube for Destiny. Yo, I don't even know how to fucking end this video at this point, but thanks for watching. This has been day 3.